They could do that. That's a much better lane for Monkey because Underlord is very slow. So you can hunt him down, get those Jingle stacks, zone him out of the lane. We'll see how they lane.
Yeah. Always nice to never assume what OG is going to lane, where they're going to be positioned. It's their style. Team Secret, however, probably a little bit more straightforward for where they're going to be. But hey, I wanted an interesting draft and an interesting game of Dota. You said the last series was a bit clowny. This is definitely some unique OG. Yeah. The original weird draft.
TB is going mid. Actually, he should have a pretty solid lane here. Visage, there's a lot of really bad lanes for him.
I think CIS.
Oh, there you go. CIS going mid. Yeah. They're switching things up. So Secret's
Look, Nisha hasn't spent anything yet. He's still okay. Now he's buying Blightstone, 2 Ironwood branches. They haven't seen anything. So either he forgot items or he just wanted to keep it secret for now.
This is going to be so good for them. Listen, some personal thing again. I've been spamming 20 Visage games lately, 115 of them on offlane. If this hero on the side lane is incredibly strong right now, you can definitely do some good work. If you play around Soul Assumption, maybe he'll go and play around Grave Chill as well, but we'll see. So, in either case, I think Secret can set up pretty good lanes for them.
Well, so far, Matumba's still going to be living in a hard world. He's got no pull camp. Sentries are already blocking it. Tree's got an observer ward down, so he's going to be courier hunting. So they're really trying to make this bottom lane from Secret an absolute living nightmare.
This lane is not the lane. At least I wouldn't suspect him to win this.
Is No-Tail actually going to try and snipe? Yeah, he's working with Monkey King. I guess not a rune snipe because Yapsor's going to take the top one. And in fact, Puppy was also able to grab himself a steal of a rune.
Alright, so what do we have? 3 for 1 in the end? No-Tail only taking 1. Yeah.
3 for 1. Matumba was able to go up against mid 1 and win that little contest of the click.
You can see Nisha sticking around a little bit, still wants to see the lanes before he moves towards top.
Yeah. Give Yapsor some levels? Sure. Oh, nice entry. And easy money.
This top lane is going to be interesting because of the blast off potential constantly. The bottom is just a nightmare for... I think it should be a nightmare for Matt too, but we'll see. He started with sticks.
He'll at least have some nice regeneration. But Stux is not going to make Poppy's life very, very happy either. How's the mid matchup going to work? Like, you've got this Terrorblade.
Terrorblade doesn't win this. There aren't many melee heroes that win versus Underlord. Zai should have a complete free farm. He can deny. You see the range creep. He needs the range creep to be on 50% HP and he can already deny it. He's getting plus 25 damage from Atrophy Aura. This is horrible for Sumail, I think.
No-Tail, suicide time! No first bloods here, and just dropping Nisha down, but this is when Secret know they need extra consumables towards the top lane, but they've only got 2 tangos between the 2 of them, and the beauty of Suicide, straight back out to the top lane, and he's fresh tangos. He's actually bringing the extra ones as well for the Monkey King.
Yeah, bringing
and blast off again in 14.
Traps, techies.
Pretty good start so far for the Monkey. I mean, on Visage, the most important thing for you is to get experience. But I think they can pressure them here real hard. The only thing is, though, I don't know how much Visage Nisha has played, but every time recently I have seen him play, he goes for max Grave Chill and Gravekeeper's Cloak. I think Soul Assumption is so good on this lane if you play around it.
No-Tail? I'll jump.
Yep. So if he didn't skill Gravekeeper's Cloak here, there's a kill potential. But this way is safer. That's definitely true. This way is safer. He's going to be able to farm up quite a lot, get that 6.
And Zai's chunked a huge amount of damage, but then he just hits his level 2 Firestorm on Sumail and everything feels a little bit more balanced again. Soul Ring already completed for the Underlord.
Yeah, Zai is in a little bit of a bad position because he's playing versus meta and he's kind of low, but meta is ending, so he stacks a bit the camp, then goes back into the lane with the Soul Ring. He's going to be a really, really tanky Underlord.
And Notel's just living life on like as far on the edge as he possibly can. Oh, they're gonna lose the courier for the Monkey King.
Courier has been killed. Serves you right.
A little bit too far out for Thompson. I feel like this is almost being played like a techie's like a Zeus. Like you just burn everything you've got, then suicide yourself, then come back out again and just burn everything you got.
Like a good old Undying games as well, right? He comes into the lane, decays you 10 times, then suicides to the tier 2. Pretty much.
Because it's not like Notel's doing a lot of damage with his physical. Like, that's 40 damage he does. Like, that's not great. Definitely not great.
He almost has his level 3 to work with, though, and it looks like he is going to pull here. Is it good? Of course it is.
Dire structures are for...
We should get level 2. Level 2 landmines or level 2 blasto. What do you think he's gonna go for?
In this game, I'd probably say like you still want to get blast off. You still want to have that harassment in the lane. Like it's not great for sure, but it feels wrong when a techie does anything else. But he's holding it and he's going to go red mine, so we're in farm zone. You do that and that's farm zone.
They got his mine.
Yep. Now they get the taunt. He's got to wiggle almost instantly. They bring him underneath the other red mines. That's just an easy classic position as well to play around.
It's so good for them that they have cleaned up these trees, right? Around this, whatever this is, this monument or something. This little rock. If you, if you clean these trees, it's so much easier to play. Oh my!
Down, trying to get, oh yeah, right on top of Yabsor. He went to 5 HP, and Thompson needs one more attack to dissimulate. Yabsor goes to the trees, and Thompson, he's not going to find him. Yabsor went north, but Thompson bouncing up. One more attack, he can reach him, and that's actually the way First Blood is spelled. Techies has died twice, but the First Blood still goes the way of Thompson.
Okay, Nisha will find something out of it. He goes back to the bounty runes, finds one. Most likely Yabsor will take the other one. So it's not all for naught, but you have to be careful with those mines. You can't just go into the trees.
I mean, Thomas is really trying to be aggressive on the bottom lane. It's the lane we haven't really looked at, because we've been wondering how the Visage versus Techies matchup's going to happen, but so far, Batrider's got a decent amount of net worth. Same thing for Matumba. They're pretty much neck and neck for this.
I'm actually surprised by how well Matu is doing here. He is farming really well, and it's not an easy lane. You're playing versus Treant and Batrider. I think it's the puck effect as well. It's very easy for Puppy to get far enough away, and also these sticks are constantly giving him mana to spam his spells.
She helps him get CS, it's nice. Meantime, by the way, Suicide up on top lane. No real surprise there. The biggest cost is Yapsol running through 2 mines trying to clear him out, but he's making sure that Nisha can move quite freely.
Yeah,
and
he has Tranquil. Yeah, exactly. He has Tranquils, right? And they don't get disabled by mines, so he's completely fine with it. He's just healing up.
Yeah. Notel just needs to make sure he keeps attacking him as often as he possibly can. Cancelling the pulls, letting Thompson keep the farm on the safe lane.
You can really see that Notel studied all of these big techie spammers. He's putting the mines right in these spots in which they usually put them. Like, I don't know if you know about that CIS streamer Travoman. He's like, every game he plays is techies.
Yeah.
Word is he's one of the ones that coaches the pro players as well on techies. And,
I love it. The funny thing is, like, when you have a techies who allows the free mine charge to go all the way up, I always find that very interesting, like, unless you got a real purpose of holding this. And this is, like, I think where we're really going to start to see, like, Terrorblade and techies play well together. When Samel wants to push, techies arrives with 3 mine charges. Tier 1
just
tower
protects him, right? Protects him or plants them on the tower, you mean?
On the tower, because you can basically plant all 3 mines in range of hitting the tower at the same time, so all will pretty much just explode up. And as long as you baited out the fortification beforehand, you can do moves like this, and Terrorblade will bait that out.
They sent Visage mid, by the way. This Nisha arrived mid with level 4, and he's playing versus Sumail that's level 7. Sucks.
Bye, tree. Yep, you got mid 1 still trying to battle this out against Matumba, and he's not level 6 just yet, but he's 1 on 3. As Yamsor's rotations helped out, but 7 sticky napalm stacks is a little too much for mid 1 to say, I'm not going to keep going for this. Even Puppy trying to have his own play.
He
He's got 7 1 charges himself, but yeah, he's not going.
He had a lot of charges there on Yapzor, a lot of charges on Puppy, so they decide not to try anything else. I'm surprised this lane wasn't.
Yapzor? He's assimilating. He's going the opposite direction to what mid one Zuxa were looking for.
I'm surprised this didn't happen a little bit earlier. I expected this lane to be crazy. I expected many kills, many deaths, but it was actually the mid one
again. Yep, straight up initiation. Tree and Protector's going to give him as much life as possible. That's the shortest lasso. And Matumba bounces away with his own Earth Shock.
Top lane Zai.
Yep. They try and body block him up. No tell. Could be the one to die. He's going to get rooted up. And the stun. Space created by Topson. He's got to mine up on the hillside. And Zai's going to die there because, oh no, he does see it. The observer ward on the hillside gave him the extra information to survive. But 4 hits now up from Topson. One more. Needs a second. And yep, uses his own observer ward on the hill to ensure he can hit around that fog of war. And he's trying to play on the observer and like the proximity mine and stasis trap as well, just in case anyone was going to go further.
He's so tanky. He has Vanguard completed on that Underlord. He's level 8 with a Vanguard. So incredibly difficult to take him down.
And they still get through him.
Nisha is going for Dominator, it seems like first. So a very casual, normal kind of a build. I was thinking maybe he'll go for a pipe on Visage. It helps out quite a lot versus these heroes, but Dominator just is amazing versus techies, and also it gives you this huge pushing power.
That's that kind of motivational sniper for Courier. Matumba just coming up to the 10-minute mark. Won't get that delivery. And it looks like they're actually going to battle for Outpost. Topson's trying to get trying to regather the Outpost up on top. Won't work. It's just end up being a 1-1 trade-off. Topson wants to bail out here, but Yapzor not really allowing it to happen. Nietzsche's burst staying on top. Stun number 1, stun number 2. Monkey King had some stick charges, so he's got some extra distance while Bat Rider will die. You get finally that remnant to pull Topson back in again. So Bat and Monkey both going down.
On the bottom lane, Notel is already securing the outpost, putting some mines around it, not allowing them to do anything. But Topson, that's pretty much what's happening right now. Visage is reaching this power spike. He's soon going to have that Helm of Dominator, and he's really strong versus Topson because he slows his movement speed, slows his attack speed, and then he can stun him multiple times, up to 4 times if he has that Summon Familiars off cooldown. Later on, it does shift a little bit because Wukong's command just deals with Nisha's armor so fast. And it can get a little bit dicey for them.
Oh, it's push time. Zai underneath the tier 1 tower will put that tankiness to the test. Now, Samel needs more, but Puppy, it's a good leash. Mid one. Caught very, very deep in. Stream Protector looking to create a little extra space, keeping the root down and the lasso. They don't want Puppy to go anywhere, holding him inside the Firefly. The kill will happen onto Puppy. There is a lot of rebuttals, however. As Bat Rider has already fallen, Yapzor and Matumba will ensure Zuxa joins him. So a 2-for-2 trade-off with a heavy commitment of heroes to bottom. Meanwhile, Dotel not there. Level 3 mines pushing mid.
Why did Nisha TP though? Was he afraid of something from the top lane? Because he's pushing tier 1 at the same time and arguably at the same pace. So he could have taken that tier 1 instead of TPing bottom. He TPs, but they're already out. I guess he thought the fight might last a little bit longer, and it's probably the right move because of that TP. They actually backed out, so makes sense.
It's interesting to watch the team fights also just be so totally separate. Like, Puck gets a dream call on the backline. It's like, all right, well, everyone's going to move over because the push was happening around the tower. It didn't really look like there was an intention to get in behind the tower unless there was an opportunity.
And that sentry behind the tower as well, making sure that they have no perfect vision.
Yapzor, it's a trap. No kegs though. Notel's been prepping them in the mid lane instead.
You hate playing versus techies as Void Spirit, don't you? Low HP, no armor, that dissimulate won't help you if you're rooted.
Yep, all magical damage. That's the beauty part of techies. I also like how Notel's put his mines back. You actually see this with Zayak when you look towards the mid lane. He'll do like mine and mine on either side of the ramp, and then the stasis trap in the middle, which is a normal thing to do. But Notel's just pushed his a little bit further back, so it's a little less known. So you probably feel confident now you're up the hill, but then you get hit by the stasis trap and you're a little too far away. from help.
Also behind the trees, right? A bit harder. Oh, doing call mid.
Yeah, Notel's wondering, is this worth a jump? It is. That's 3 heroes to get caught out, but now he's also smack bang in the middle of them all to die.
That's every techie's in my every pub when he's on my team right there.
Oh, now Sentry Ward planted down. Blow up the kegs before they're worth money. He's microing them nicely, so he's only blowing up the ones that are near death. But still, 5 heroes now from Team Secret. It feels like a big group up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's such a hard game to push into, though. You're playing versus Bat, you're playing versus Treant armor. That's maxed out almost already. It's level 3. And then you're playing versus techies. If that wasn't bad enough.
The Mind's doing a lot of damage to Zai as well. Mid-1 was looking for some kind of control, but he gets initiated on. Suxa with the overgrowth creates a little extra space and isolating Zai. Now the lasso. They grab Matumba and keep him inside the Wukong's command of Topson. Nisha even brought the birds over, and well, Topson's trying to mop them up as quick as he can too. But the Uber takes you home.
It's just so difficult to push. You really can't. They need to find the perfect opportunity to make these moves. Because if they do it like this and they get picked off, then it's so easy for Sunel to just pop his form.
Nice bit. Yapsor getting caught out by the Stasis trap. Sumel's trying to do the damage from low, so you'll lose the techies. And the Leech making sure Batrider cannot get away. OG now into full retreat. The Secret brought everybody once again.
And the power of the Underlord, right? They Dark Rifted back, and because of that they can just TP in, continue defending.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, any big items? So Yasha and SNY almost completed on TB. Topson, Echo Saber into BKB.
Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrated.
It looks like Matu is going. It looks like Matu is going for that safer route. He's going for the most popular pick in the meta. He's going for Battle Fury. It will help him scale as well.
As long as he can keep fighting, he'll be happy.
Tower is under attack.
Grab the bounties, get the hell out. It'll end up being a 3-for-1 in Team Secret's favor once again.
A very interesting item build from Nisha after the Helmet Dominator. He's going for Atos. So it does help them with that catch versus Topson versus Batrider as well. Doesn't bring you a lot of utility, that's the problem. So no pipe, nothing like that to help you versus the mines.
I think Donatel's gonna have to start using those sentries a little bit more liberally. He's putting down traps underneath, like, information already. Okay, now he puts down a sentry underneath the sentry. Kegs the hillside. Nice easy way to actually... He's there for a ward scout. He doesn't actually even see the sentry to the north.
Suicide, what?
That's a little deep. That's a little deep. No force staff to get yourself out of those kind of positions, and that's a hell of a lot. Same for Puppy on top lane, however. That's where Topson gets his initiation off with Echo Saber, hitting hard and fast.
Yeah, it's just the position 5s that are being picked off a little bit here and there. Nothing awful for either of these two teams. Sax actually going for Necros. He's very close to it too. Needs around 100 gold. He's farming always so well on this tree, and just because, not like he's only defending, he's constantly moving on these side lanes, using Nature's Grasps to out-push the lane. And yeah, I don't think they can kill this. Yeah, the Topson just TP's back bottom. That's where they have the most vision. And I love how every time they see Notil, they just run away from him. Like earlier, Yapzor saw him. Instantly he uses his ulti, goes away from him. Just worried about those mines. Topson scouting. Matu is smart enough to just chill next to the tower. He's like, okay, I don't see anyone on the map. I'm not gonna go for those creeps. He's happy enough to just wait out the creep wave or see someone, right? Mines though? You're back in the perfect moment. Almost.
I was waiting for that green mine just to explode. But unfortunately, it doesn't have enough damage. That's the other part of your pub games. It's like, hey, techies exploded this, and they just say it's not enough. Not enough for my YouTube clip.
Puppy man, he has a dagger completed. Where did he find this? What the hell?
They used to be farming the top lane, right? Like, everyone else disappears. That's why he got caught out before by Topson.
That's a 17-minute dagger with arcane boots. He's actually incredibly farmed considering he's a position 5. Or should be a position 5 at least.
Is there ever really a position 5 in Secret?
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Or a position 4, right?
Well, Matumba's going Roshan, so he's ready with his Battle Fury to finally take care of the big man. We'll see what OG's got up their sleeve to try and contest this. Normally you have like one green mine just hovering inside of Roshan, so you know when this begins. But Notel's been focusing a lot more on the southern side of the map for a while.
I'm not sure if you can contest this as well. If you click on Zai, you'll see that he's completed his Crimson Guard, which mitigates most of the damage coming from OG at the moment. So maybe they're more satisfied with just farming, waiting for perhaps that butterfly to come online from Sumail. Also, you're playing versus an Ursa. Rosh dies just so fast.
Now, I just want to flag how great this Observer Ward is that Notel keeps walking past. It's managed to dodge all of the sentries that Notel brought to the bottom lane, and it's watching every single position that he's preparing. So now Secret just know, like, well, if you're preparing on bottom, we don't fight. We push the tier 2 tower on top, and if you want to go for a trade, then sure, we just dodge, yeah, or mid. One firestorm from Zai, and the money just keeps rolling in.
Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top.
Actually, it's surprising that Saxo doesn't have as much farm as you would expect him to, considering he did go for a pretty greedy build. He has these Necros as well. They're basically there to outpush and farm all the time. But still, Puppy is the wealthiest support.
Tower is under attack.
That he is. More prep being moved towards the mid lane from OG. It's, you've already done enough on bottom. Tier 2 towers days are gone. I wouldn't even put a number on it.
Thompson is called bot. They waited for this.
Wow. If they can hold him there, Matumba gets the jump forward. Thompson's got a couple of stick charges. Yabso just easy astral step.
Man,
dodges that boundless strike. But mid lane, now you go for another one. Leash over on mid one. Pip from Zai, a quick little follow-up. Sumail wants to help out, but what's he going to do? The lasso is there, into Metamorphosis, he's going to kill a Puppy. That's what he's going to do. A blast forward from Techie. Now he gets to get out as well. Zai wants to keep the battle going at the same time. With the Uber out, Yabsaw is left behind. He's going to taunt, he's going to try and kill off mid one, but Sumail sunders his teammate, ensuring Yabsaw's kill is not a kill.
It's not
and
really,
Matumba slow down.
They managed to kill this very wealthy position 5, but they lost Thompson, which is a much better pick-off for Secret, and also they forced meta. That meta is about to finish on Sumail, and because of that, you'll see Secret pushing down the tier 2s very soon. Or the tier 2 on the mid lane, at least for now. It's crazy how...
I'm just loving the pace that Team Secret are playing. Like Techies is not even level 10 yet. And he normally wants that because you want to have that -3 seconds on proximity mines, because it's just, you can cover so much more ground with this. But he hasn't got that. He hasn't got arcanes. Like, this is Soul Ring, and I think I saw Notal with like 6 sentries. Like, that's such a huge hit to the economy to have to buy that, to not get your never-ending mana.
But he is a position 5, right? So
yeah, he is a position 5 and not a 4. So
yeah.
It makes sense.
I guess
just a hard life.
What he is doing, at least, is giving a lot of vision with these remote mines, right? They're everywhere across the map, on every hill pretty much, so... yeah. Before they were on many camps too.
They're free wards, pretty much. But it's interesting to watch the way he plays it. It's different. Like, he definitely plays Techies as his own controller. Top lane, Matumba, still thinking about fighting. Techie's gonna jump forward, and they make sure the enrage is impossible. But remember, you've got the Wukong's command, which is down to make sure once the Aegis Immortal Ursa is back to the world of the living, with the Sage's Trap, which was also planted, but Matumba will only now enrage, but the teammates are dropping like flies for OG. Now over towards the Tree Protector. Space Creator with the Overgrowth. Nisha on the run. The Boundless Strike from Thompson hits pretty damn hard through Nisha to get the kill, and over towards Puppy, but now Thompson completely stranded without any other disable. He will fall too, and now track down the last surviving member of OG. Batrider on the run. He's pretty damn fast, but the clumsy net slows him up. Puppy staying so hot on the tail. Blink Dagger's going to come off cooldown in a second, and the TP to the tier 2 tower, so Yapsol jump up, look for the remnant, put down the old Tinker Ward, and man, he moves fast.
He's so fast, yeah. The travels and Firefly speed is just way too much. Maybe they can still catch him.
Hit. Got him.
That's a wipe.
That is a wipe.
Instantly,
There's nothing
Zai
left
moves
on the
bottom.
disc.
Yeah, instantly Zai just moves bottom. He starts pushing in. But it's funny. OG decided to fight there because they really did have good positioning. You had the BKB completed from Matu as well, and mid one, he was the MVP of that fight for OG at least because he solo kills Nisha. It doesn't matter, however, because Ursa still has an Aegis, and Terrorblade had no meta to work with. Maybe the next fight will be better for them because now you have the meta, now you have the butterfly.
Yeah, YapzOr. Careful coming into this area. They know there's a lot of traps everywhere. Oh. The sentry ward actually reveals the keg on the hillside too.
He was trying to... Yeah, there we go. He gets it.
And was it the courier not see it properly? It seemed like it was in a good spot for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure as well because he was keeping
up.
Oh, they
Thompson.
know.
Oh, he breaks it! The Dream Coil was off position though. Puppey didn't realize that Thompson was that deep. That could have been pretty damn huge, and now, with no Dream Coil, OG may be feeling like they can try and fight YapzOr. There's another bounce forward from Thompson. He'll jump down. They don't have the creep wave with him just yet. Now it's only going to arrive at tower, but they're in real deep. And Thompson back into the Wukong's command, battling against Batumba, who's enraged up too. Samel will come and join the fight with the Metamorphosis. They really want to have this fight. And have they got what it takes to find themselves a kill? Dissimilate, YapzOr gets himself away to safety. And there's your first kill. There's no telling the back lines. There was a quick little trap with Puppey who went after him, but now battling inside the pit, not where OG want to be. Mid one getting clipped by the edge of it too. Anisha into Samel's front line. Remember, Samel still has his Sunder available. He's still ready to try and fight, but he's losing his teammates once again. The support's too far away. Another pit grab. And it looks like we're all trying to retreat back out again.
Sumail is the last one left behind. Can they catch him?
Have they got control?
He has a Dream Coil in 5 seconds. He actually got it.
He's turning, and he's silenced. Can't Sunder because of the silence, and that's the end of Sumail.
Tower is under attack.
It looks like these initiation. Oh, Thompson, he's got as well. He has no BKB.
He was just coming over to try and pick up the bounty rune, but now Zai will land his own stun. More support arriving from Nisha. Slow him down, hold him in position with the Rod of Atos. Now Thompson's there for 50 seconds, and it looks like Puppey's having his own little bit of a battle on bottom lane. No-Tail wanted the kill. Saxa can't get the control, and Puppey can blink away to safety.
Matu is around, but he doesn't really dare to run into all the mines of No-Tail. So maybe they might catch Puppey here. But man, mid one needs a dagger so bad.
Puppey just used orb. Oh, he face shifts! Moving forward. Oh, he blinks up. Instantly kills the red mine, though, so he won't quickly die to that one. But the lasso and flame break at mid one. He's had enough of this puck. But they're going to lose their tier 2 tower for all that running, all that chasing.
Why is Puppey a position 5 again? Like, this guy is incredibly skilled. Like,
Did he used to play core at some point? Like, has he always been support in his life?
Well, not necessarily so, yeah. Man, what a great fight and what a great performance from Secret overall. It just doesn't look like... OG, they have everything they need. But they can't break through all the layers of defense on the side of Secret. Because you have Enrage, you have Satanic on Ursa, you have Shiva's Guard on Visage. From all the other items, no AC, nothing like that, no pipe, he went straight for Shiva's because there's also Crimson Guard on Underlord. Damage mitigation is sick on the side of Secret.
Is there a point where that starts to drop off? Like, is there a timing that, like, I know OG, like, there's always a timing when it comes to OG winning. Like, is there a timing where Secret start to just tail off with their sustain?
There is, if you hit a few more items on the Monkey King, but he's really far off. He has BKB and Echo. Thompson has been thrown under the bus a little bit. He has less network than the Batrider at the moment. So you really need to play around that Wukong's command. I think it's a solution for them, but he also needs a couple of more items before it's that scary.
Well, items are starting to drop. Our Puppey is now afforded up an entire Lotus Orb as well, just because, hey, got the cash. And they're waiting for Roshan. He will respawn in just over a minute.
It needs a hand.
It's like Sux is also on the hunt for couriers. One's coming back. He'll see that one, so goodbye, Ursa's courier. Oh, wait, hang on. No, not enough damage from the punch.
Tower is under attack.
Hey, now I go after this one over after... No.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Samael is so defensive on bottom, and rightly so. The amount of times Secret have tried to gank that with a little bit of a push coming in from, like it was mid one, it was always the one pushing before. But now they just use Terrorblade Illusions to push into the tier 2 tower and get something back.
Yeah, mid one died a couple of times. Thompson as well down on the bottom lane. Every time he would try to split push, Yapzor would be waiting for like 3 minutes there. Just patience. Patience is key. And then he would catch him the moment he would have leapt off of a tree. Very interesting build from Zai as well. If you click on him, you'll see that after the Lotus Sword, he's figured, okay, this is all the utility that I need. I'm going for an Aghanims. Now, that seems like a very luxurious item. I haven't really seen many Underlords rush it this early on. It's still cool, half of the damage given to his allies, but a very.
Is he feeling like Ursa's feeling a little under the damage radar? Yeah. Necrobook level 1's on the scout from Treant, instantly sees people up, and the familiars, yeah, they're doing the thing. Same with the Purge creep. Dreamcall snap in the back lines. Looks like it's Thompson being caught out. He needs some extra help. The lasso keeps Zai out of the battle. So Samael with this bottled up double damager and hits so damn hard. Now that's how you get through Zai. They're moving over towards Roshan, but they want to try and find more. Yapzor is nearby, but no quick jump to control him, however. And Matumba goes in deep. Samael not feeling that same kind of strength, wants to try and run away, got BKB available. Sunder's still up as well. He's looking for a good target. Zai's going to be nearby. The Lotus Orb! Oh, he didn't see it! Instantly reflects. Say goodbye to Samael, and my god, OG, they have been caught out. And Samael thought he had the big play. And now it's going to be Roshan for Secret as the consequence.
That was also so good for OG the way it started, because they deal with Zai just because of that double damage rune, right? They kill him in a matter of seconds. They didn't even use the BKB on TV. And he thought he's gonna be able to continue fighting because he has it. But that Lotus Orb just outplayed him so hard. Zai just waited the right second to use it. Really, really well played by him.
They both itemized for Puppey as well as Zai. They know what they need to win. Puppey's having another bit of a crack. He's already removed like 1/3 of the life from Thompson. Question is, can he actually keep it removed? Mid one's looking for some extra control with the flame break, and yeah, Puppey will burn. Underlord was TPing down. Zai looking to help out. Yapzor as well. Astral step forward. Your Scepter, the easiest setup ever into the Remnant, but there is a BKB to be triggered off from mid one to allow the escape.
There was a BKB on Thompson as well, so catching him there with that Dream Call was a little bit questionable. You don't really have the Aghanims as well to work with at this point. And Thompson is still around. He does see Zai, but it's a difficult kill to go for. He has so many allies around.
Pressure to be applied down bottom lane. Whoop. Hold him in. Thompson goes for the Wukong's command. Now the BKB up and running. He's focusing on Zai to bring him down. Sucks is there to help out too. This never-ending slow. They're having a hard time getting away, and the flame break from mid one helps him too. Zai has the cheese, so he slides back up to form Matumba. Not as healthy. He's being locked inside the Wukong for so long, but still no kill from OG. You can get the Sages Trap and buy some more time with the lasso. They finally bring down Thompson. The price is going to be the heavily tanky, both Ursa as well as Zai, but there's a secondary life. Aegis Immortal will kick him back up again, and we'll see what Samael's got. Sages Trap after Sages Trap buys some more time, not to mention the Sunder Matumberman. That time they didn't have the Lotus Orbs ready to go. A triple kill for Samael, and they want Yapzor too. Puppey, where is your captain to help him out? He's already been playing the back lines, but Yapzor's TP will get away to safety. No stuns available for OG left, but they bring down the 3 cores of Team Secret.
And the cojones on OG, they're going onto the Underlord that has a cheese, and they don't have meta for another 20 seconds in that fight, and they still take the fight. They win it. They kill off Underlord. They don't even use the meta in the end, and they killed the Ursa twice pretty much. That was crazy. Like, just being so confident in what you know about this game to make that call, even though you're fighting against the odds, is really cool from OG.
Oh, Puppey. He just orbed himself forward. Samael, let's try and slow him up if possible. And where are you going to go, Puppey? He's got Blink Dagger. He's going home. And ping coming out. It's like, we need to get control of the outpost again. Both of those outposts, I believe, actually belong to Secret at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, it's 32 minutes in. Right now, all you care about is pretty much that ease of access, right? Having a point to TP to, and also some vision is pretty good from the outposts. They take both of them. I love that Saxa is going for a Solar Crest this game around as well. It's going to benefit them so much if he casts it on Monkey or on the TB. Monkey is getting there though. Remember, just 2 more items. He has a Maelstrom now. After the Dazzle, he's already very scary and can contribute a lot to these fights, in form of damage, that is.
Coming over the river once more. Thompson bouncing the trees. Bounce back again. I don't know if you actually feel that confident at this point.
You can also check that Zai did switch up his item build. He went away from that Aghanims. He's going for something more standard. Because they already have the Shivas, I would guess this should be AC from him. We'll see.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Maybe that or it's a casual plate mail.
Yeah. It's not that unusual to just get a casual plate mail as well. The next big item as well that will come for Secret is Hex on Visage. He also has a telescope, so the range of that Zabel is going to be really big. Plus you have pretty much 2 or 4 stuns to follow up with your familiars, and that can really destroy Sumail, who is caught.
Yep, up in the air we go. Sumail quickly BKB. Mid one's nearby. Matumba's already really starting to stack up. 7 Fury swipes on Sumail. He's done the Lotus Orb again. He knew he had to, but it still didn't feel right for him. What was that?
What? He just disappeared. He jumped on top of Nisha and Puppy and he just disappeared. No BKBs, nothing like that. Oh. You know when you're watching your ally die and sometimes you forget where you are? You know, does that happen ever to you? Like, it used to happen even in some of my teams. Like, you would just be watching someone, you know, and you kind of run into your own death and then you're too embarrassed to accept that. And that's how it looked like for Thompson. He just jumped in the back lines, watching his Terrorblade die, and then he dies as well.
Right. Man, Lotus Orb. Oh, crap. Top lane.
My favorite kill.
You got Tree Protector getting caught out as well. Puppy the Eternal Scouter having that Gem of True Sight now picked up.
The Hex is there as well, Nisha. Have to be very careful. They did see mid one, I think. Huh? They send bats to him, the familiars, but he backs out.
I would like to see Nortel try and like prep a couple of extra traps somewhere. It's really difficult when you don't have an Aghanim Scepter and you got no item progression at all. Like, that's not great. But you need to try and do something in the trees. There's no trees because you get flying vision from familiars. Yep. I think actually, just even watching Nisha's micro then, he's purposefully checking like certain areas of the trees. Zai's walking in like to areas and just clearing him out beforehand because he knows he can tank it.
Yeah, it pretty much is Zai and Nisha, right? This duo is stopping Notel from doing anything that he wants to. And he's also a position 5. It's very difficult. You don't have enough mana regen half of the game to be setting up these traps. And then when you do get mana regen to do so, you feel like you're needed more in these team fights. Like right now, he's smoking up. He wants to fight. He wants to contribute.
And they're coming out. OG want to try and find that initiation. They're looking towards Zai. Lotus Orb is already up. So Batrider is waiting at the Lotus Orb. And now Terrorblade initiated on as well. Zai wants to get everybody out. He cancels the ultimate. However, the quick jump forward. My god, the cleave damage out as well from Matumba and the spill. Maybe there's enough to bring down Zai. But Thompson and Mid1 are working together to get 1 kill while the rest of their team are totally dead. Thompson, last man standing, but he doesn't stand for long. Goodbye, Thompson. And maybe goodbye some Raxes as well.
Yeah,
Thompson will buy back, but what have they got in the tank? There's 21k advantage, and Secret looks like they're on a rampage now. And there's no real defense set up from OG.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to try to do here. He's going on Zai mid lane.
Top tower is under attack.
Okay.
He's losing his base, though. Yeah.
He's getting the creep wave, is what he's doing.
Usually that's great, but there is a full creep wave and 2 Kartis pushing the top lane, so they can transition mid after this easily.
Yep. And Zai's got so much damage. 96 permanent, 215 right now from the aura, plus 371 casually. This is why he wanted the Aghanims. They don't even need it at the end of all of that.
Dire's middle tower's
2 lanes of racks to be claimed.
One upside for OG, if they don't lose the throne now, they can be mega, because they still have the tier 2 on the bottom lane. So most likely Secret will retreat. Yeah, that's what they're doing as well.
So OG have one more fight in them then.
This
Oh, one more loss in them.
The Lotus Orb is such a genius item. You pretty much just pop it on Matu, and he goes ham on Sumail, and Sumail can't do anything. It's not like they have... Do they have any 4 staffs on this team? They don't, so you can't even get him away from that Ursa. Matumbaman just latches onto him and destroys him. You can't Sunder, you can't run, you can't fight. It's hard.
Another Roshan goes the way of Secret. This one will come with an Aghanims upgrade.
That's for the Underlord, right? Is it? Or... is it?
Who got it?
Yeah, he got it.
It's Underlord. It's Underlord.
Oh, Thompson.
And straight down the bottom lane for Thompson. All right, how much damage have we got, boys? Oh! I felt close. Just a little bit.
That was crazy. That was so much damage. He even BKB'd. He just melted. He also has Havoc Hammer, which gives him, what, 18 plus strength? Nothing mattered.
How much extra damage do you get, is it?
It's half on Aghanims, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's half. The allies get half permanent. Not permanent, obviously. As long as they're in AoE.
In range.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower's under attack.
Well, Nortel's preparing a high ground defense position. That feels optimistic to do outside the base. The Familiars are already having a little peek over. And Ursa found an illusion, so it's also going to have a quick little scout.
They still have a gem on
Poppy's in range, they'll see the green mine, and yeah. Alright, so who wants this? Who can actually take this? Alright, you send in Nietzsche's Burst to do the job.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Thompson's just trying to take Outpost for the 40-minute mark. He can't TP back yet, it's on cooldown for 10 seconds.
Oh, but there's a leveler. This Ursa is going to destroy your tier 3 so fast.
Your Yule Scepter from Nortel will help slow that down, set himself as well as Matumba up and towards the air. There's one Lotus Orb down, but there's more where that came from. Poppies comes off, Zeiss goes on.
Okay, they forced the meta. If you want to play it safe, you back out right now. You wait a little bit. That meta goes off and then you push again. There's a Daedal is completed on Sumail, so you still don't want to mess with the big boy. He hits hard.
Yeah. Oh, they caught him with a remnant into a double dream core. Quick little silence, but Wolf's got a little bit longer left, but my god, they just evaporated. Matamba gets the quick jump with the Abyssal Blade, and now he can put the leveler to work to actually just level the rest of OG heroes down. Thompson goes in for his Wukong's command, and maybe this can help him out. He's trying to get some extra distance to survive inside the Wukong, but even with the lasso, he cannot stand his ground and fight. Thompson's dead for 110. And that is GG. Secret have finally broken the techies back of OG. It took 49k of an advantage to do so, but it's done. It's done. Game 1.
That was crazy. What a crazy game from techies position 5. It looked kind of alright in the laning stage, didn't it? In the laning stage, okay, they had some potential, they had some good moves, but...
Mm-hmm.